Hello everyone and welcome to the finale of Iron Man. And yeah. we have a couple of missions to go over. We have two more missions that are shouldn't take us very long, and then we have the final boss, which is the final boss. Oh, Pepper, she's alive. After the building just exploded. So, damn. That was funny. But yeah. So yeah, Iron Man. Iron Man. We got all sorts of stuff that we're working on with this one. So damn, these cutscenes are. I can't stress enough how bad these cutscenes are. Like, it's just like you see them here, but it like when you're actually like paying attention to what's happening in the narrative, like it's just so there, so out of it. Fucking kiss already, you fucking mannequins. Island Meltdown. So yeah, this is on the main save, as I mentioned before. So all the armors are already unlocked. We're not going to be showing off them. We're not going to be showing them off until the extras next time. But yeah, we're just finishing the game in the regular old Mark III, which is probably like my favorite movie armor. Like, it's definitely up there. Um, there's so many good ones though. Um, like, I think all the ones in this movie are great. I love the Mark One. The Mark Two is really cool with the silver sheen, and then you have the Mark Three, which is just this is like the modernized Iron Man, and it was so cool at the time. And it's just like when you saw this like flying around and all this, like everybody wanted to be Iron Man back then. It was so funny after kind of like the research, like after Spider-Man, like this was a year after Spider-Man 3 had come out, and like every kid in the mid 2000s, like they wanted to be Spider-Man, they wanted to be Wolverine, and then this movie hit. It's just like, fuck nah, I want to be fucking Iron Man because Iron Man is so badass. So it's neat, it's cool, it's wow. So yeah, basically this level we're starting off with taking care of these power couplings or whatever, something like that. Um, one piece of advice I can give you for this level is before you just go ham and like trying to destroy all the power couplings, it's a good idea to take on the forces, like take on the enemies before you destroy them, because while you're trying to destroy this thing, there are cases where like they could just shoot you down and mess with your backup power reserves. And I've had that happen to me. It happened to me on the revisited video when I was recording it, because I just thought it was like, fuck it, I'll just go in and play the game and whatever, and then we got to and then I got to this level, and I was like, I know what to do. Like, I got this. I can take care of these assholes, no problem. And then I just, like, this happened where it was like, within an instant, most of my health was already gone by the time I got to, like, the first power source coupling, whatever you want to call it. And it just hounded me fucking dead. So, it's a good idea to take on the armed forces around it before you engage. So there's only one more that we had to take on, but yeah. But it's very prone to happen where it was just like they're like assaulting me with missiles and all this other shit, and then all my health is just nearly gone, and you lose a power reserve in an instant. So now that those are taken care of, we can move on to our boss, Horgan, whatever the fuck his name, whatever his name is. Yeah, this guy. I don't know who he's supposed to be from the comics, because each of the villains are like from the comics in some way. Like we had Titanium Man, obviously, which we dealt with a couple times. We had a Madame Mask and Whiplash, of course, from the earlier part. I forget who this person is from the comics specifically, but you know, it's neat. He's pretty like. Damn, I just got to him and his health is already like halfway depleted. He's fucking done already. So yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had the power, like, had to use the backup power for any of these parts, but... See, yeah, it's probably a good idea just to just kill everything around you while you're fighting this, but I'm just going in reckless, because at this point I didn't care, so... This is already on a completed save file, and, you know, whatever, so... Oh, he's already dead. Oh yeah, now we have this cannon thing. Proton cannon! It literally said, it's called a proton cannon. So that's why I made a reference to MVC. So as you can see, this level does not give a fuck about you in any regard. So they're going to try their best to just absolutely demolish the fuck out of you with any, like, air support or any of that kind of thing. So, yeah, this is bad. This is not very good at all. Now, it's just... So lastly, you just got to destroy this cannon thing, but you just got to make sure... Just make sure to take some of the guys around, like, take them out around you while you're blowing this up. Because, you know, you don't die. One issue, though, is that this cannon takes forever to fucking blow up. Like, it feels like it's taking an eternity to just explode this thing. I'm already at, like, half its health. But, like, damn. First playthrough especially, fucking hated this thing. Because it just, like, would not blow up. No matter how many times I shot it. And I don't know if there's any way to make this go by any quicker. I don't know. Maybe if I was like using the Hulkbuster suit, I probably would take this on a little faster. But yeah, this thing, it just does not want to cooperate. It does not want to work. For whatever reason. It just doesn't. Yeah, just completely just like, fuck this thing. There you go. Suck my dick. Yeah. Don't do that. Also, it's an inanimate object, so. So we lost half our power reserves. I guess one little neat detail is that when you lose half your power reserves, your armor gets more damaged. And it actually looks kind of neat. The way that, like, all the scratches and stuff appear. There's bullet holes and all kinds of other shit all around it. So it's kind of neat. This was at a time, too, where superhero games, particularly movie licensed ones, did not give a fuck about battle damage in any regard. Like even in the Spider-Man games, there wasn't any battle damage. Like there was in Spider-Man 2 when he just ripped his mask off. That was the closest thing. But there wasn't like any scratches or anything. I don't think Spider-Man 3 had it either. Batman Begins, we just played that over an intensive treatment a while ago. And he had no visible battle damage during that. So. Very non-important. So. It's just whatever. So look at that, we finished the Mark 1. Just in time.
I've never designed anything like it. Just look at
it. With a box of scraps.
This is the future, Jensen.
This Mark 1 is so cool, man. The eyes may be a little bit too big, but I mean, if Robert Downey Jr. had to wear it, he probably needed like something to see through. So I'll give him shit for that. So yeah, because I was on a complete save file, I was just using the mission select, and I was trying to cut out like to make it flow as well as the other parts did. So I tried a little bit, but we're gonna see a little bit later with the final cutscene how much I just did not care anymore. Look at that giant robot. I thought that was Ultimo for a second, but no, that's the next game. And if anybody's asking if we'll ever get to Iron Man 2, we probably will. I don't know when, but we will at some point. But
most likely used to power the shield protecting the enemy's compound. There appear to be 4 in total.
so this level, basically, you just got to destroy all sorts of defenses and whatnot, and like we're destroying these 4 things, which I don't know.
Destroyed. 3 remaining.
I don't know what the fuck these are supposed to do, but whatever. So we're just going over and we're just blowing it the hell up. As Iron Man would. And should. Yeah, I was just like, I don't really need to. If I'm flying fast enough that I don't really need to, you know, destroy all these other drones and stuff like that. I just was like, I was in like full autopilot at this moment. I was just like, whatever, we're at the end of the game. It doesn't matter anymore. But, yeah. Just blow this thing up and, yeah. So while this is going on, I guess I should talk a little bit more about the movie Iron Man suits. There's been a lot of them. So many, like, up to 80 that, well, Mark 80 or whatever. But there's been so many that have been shown off, and each of them have, like, you know, really good qualities about them. Like, you have the first 3 movies, which I talked about a little earlier. Mark 1 I really like. Mark 2 is really cool, and Mark 3 is, like, one of the best movie armors that we've seen. And then you get to Iron Man 2, which, you know, Mark 4 is cool. Mark 5, the suitcase armor is really nice. And then there's also the Mark 6, which is basically just the Mark 4 again, but with a triangle on its chest. And I was always more of like when it comes to Iron Man armors, like I was always more a fan of the circular, you know, the circular kind of arc reactor spot. I was never really big on the triangles and stuff. Triangles are cool, but it was just never really my cup of tea. And then you get to the Avengers, and the Avengers had a really cool armor for Iron Man. That was the Mark 7? Mark 7, yeah. I really like the Mark 7. I think design-wise, it's just as good as the Mark 3. And then you get to the other movies, and those are like kind of all over the place. Like the Iron Man 3 came out, and it was like he made armors up until like Mark 52, which the Mark 52 was really weird to see at the time because it was mostly gold with like red accents all over. I'm not really a big fan of the color scheme of that one, but I did like the design was cool. I mean, I like the design of it, and I'm glad that they pretty much used that as the inspiration for the armor in Age of Ultron. One of them, at least. But yeah, like the other armors, like the only ones that I can really think, the only other one I can really think of from Iron Man 3 was like the Silver Centurion or whatever, because that was from the comics. All the other ones though were just like, it was all weird, like designed pieces, and it just never gelled with me. Never really a fan of those armors, but. So we have Age of Ultron, which Age of Ultron has the Mark 53. And then there was that other one for the final battle. The final battle one is not bad. It's a little thin. I like the MCU Iron Man armors to be kind of bulky. But that's just me. And then we have Civil War, and we have probably one of my top 10 favorite Iron Man armors in the movies. I love the Civil War armor. Like, it has that retractable mask, and it's just all cool. All the pieces are there. And then they reused it in Homecoming, but they did it. They had it in a different color scheme, which was it was the Ultimate Universe armor, and it was inspired by that color scheme. So. And then Infinity War had the nanotech suit, which is neat, but I think Endgame has another really great armor and one of my favorites. As far as my favorite out of the main movie suits, it's Mark III, Mark VII, Civil War, and then Endgame. So there's been some cool ones. Oh, I almost forgot. There was the Hulkbuster suit in Age of Ultron. Yeah, there's just been a lot of cool ones over the course of the movie. Specifically, the comics have been they've been really neat also, but
I'll do what I must.
So we're moving on to the final battle against Obadiah Stane, or the Ironmonger. You kids remember Ironmonger? Of course you don't. You're 12 years old watching this. I'm kidding. This boss fight sucks. It is bad. It may not feel like it takes forever, but it takes forever. Missiles pack a punch. Watch for them on your radar and dodge them when you can. Thanks, game. Rerouting power to thrusters decreases their energy cost and increases speed.
Pepper, have you seen Stane?
Yeah.
Pepper, talk to me, Pepper.
Tony, Stane's here. He sealed off the building.
Hold on, Pepper. Keep your head down. I'll be right there.
So instead of fighting at night, we're fighting actually in the daytime for
Thanks for handling crowd.
for this. This is kind of cool, I guess. There he is. And his model is just as bad as the other villains in this game.
Where's Pepper?
It's your safety I'd be worried about, Tony.
For God's sake.
I guess it's not on the level of Titanium Man level bad, but fucking textures are just not not good at all. This fucking absolute Chad walking toward. I used to have both the Mark III and Ironmonger as toys. I love those things.
Never experienced war, have you, Stane? Not exactly a whiz at the controls there, OB. I don't need to be.
I lost a lot of its pieces, like the Mark III specifically. I lost the helmet, the arc reactor is gone, and the shoulder pads were gone too. I wish I still had that thing. So now basically the final boss is just like every other boss, except he has more than one health bar. And once you deplete a health bar, you'll be flying in a random spot in the city. But when you deplete his health, you'll kind of fall to the ground and he'll just fly over to another location. You can still shoot at him, which will get him to, it'll get him to mess around with his, it'll bring his health down and stuff. But yeah, basically it's just like every other fight in this game. He'll try to shoot unibeams and stuff at you, but it won't matter because you're at max health. You have 4 reserves, and also if you're using the D-pad to switch to you know, your weapons, you can shoot faster and do more damage. So that'll definitely help in your conquest of the final battle. I forget how many health bars he has. But there's also another factor that comes with this boss. We'll see a little bit later. There you go. You did it, Tony. Now shoot the fuck out of that asshole. Kill that son of a bitch. Yeah, it had been a while since I played the game, so I was kind of readjusting to the flight controls a little bit. I guess it didn't help that I was playing Arkham too, so like it was just like it was just not like I was so used to it being inverted because the cape whenever you dive bomb is inverted, so or just gliding in that game is inverted, so up and down is anyway. But yeah. One more shot. Okay, there's another one. He falls on the building. So that's what, 3 bars now? I think. I think it's this. There's this one last one, and then there's also there's one more after this. I think. I can't quite remember, but just do what you keep doing. Just assault him with missiles and all this other shit, and you'll get him in no time. So Stain in this game is not voiced by Jeff Bridges. I probably made that. I probably talked about that beforehand. He's instead is Fred Tatasciore, the Hulk, who is a sound-alike for Jeff Bridges. He's also done Jeff Bridges and other stuff, like the Tron tie-in, Tron Uprising. He was Jeff Bridges in that. He was also there was another game, I forget which one, like it wasn't Iron Man or Tron or any of that, where he was Jeff Bridges as well. I wonder if that's like on his resume, just Jeff Bridges sound alike. So yeah, this is the final health bar. Basically, when you get this one down, that's when you go into, you're supposed to rip out his sensors or something like that. You have a small window to do it. So you gotta go right up to him and like hold the B button in to get it. But you have to take down that health bar first, because if you don't, or if you're too late, he'll just shoot the shit out of you and deplete your health and all this other stuff.
Stain's suit is in critical condition, sir. He cannot draw power safely from his power core.
Oh god, he did the Batman disappearing act. So we just have one more thing to do. We just have to go to the top of this building and
Negative, sir.
Tony, there are
we have to destroy these power regulators. Oh god, I was off the building for a minute.
Reactor is melting down.
What do we do?
I need you in the control room.
Okay, headed there now.
AIM reinforcements arriving now, sir.
So while you're trying to destroy these things, you'll have these guys just kind of ambush you. You don't really need to worry about them, because
I'll destroy the regulator.
Okay, got it.
Regulator destroyed. 3 remaining.
yeah, because once the regulators are done, you beat the game. This is the final cuts, or one of the final cutscenes. So so just like in the movie, they use the giant arc reactor to kill Obadiah. Basically. Yeah, he's fucking dead.
He's gone, Tony. Tony?
Tony, are you alive? We did it. The game is over. This is the final cutscene, by the way.
Pays a terrible price. He sees the darkness in the world. And in
Tony's just like, what am I gonna do with this hunk of shit? It's all broken and busted to pieces.
gives way to the man. And the day comes when he must ask
I guess at this point he didn't build the
what kind of
the
man
things to keep his suit in.
am I willing to die on my feet? Or will I live my
And we also get some
on my knees
we get some last narration from Yensid.
to become truly great? To become more than a man. To become
What are we becoming?
a man.
Oh, we're becoming Iron Man. Okay. Cool. With one little flicker of the arc reactor. Oh, Tony, you're dying. The power's going out. You need to, you need to replace the arc reactor in your chest. Yeah, I was like, whatever. We just get to the credits. There was no good way of integrating that. So I might have to mute the credits here because it's playing Iron Man by Black Sabbath, which is the only time this is played in the entire game. And one of the things I kind of took, one of my mistakes with the Iron Man review, the original one, is that I thought it wasn't in this game, but I guess I just wasn't paying attention. But yeah, this is Iron Man, or that was Iron Man, I guess I should say. Yeah. Oh, geez, this game. What can I say here about this? So this game, there's things that I find kind of fun about it, but a lot of it is just really bad. Like, I guess starting off with my positives, the gameplay is really fun. I like, the method in which you like control Iron Man and you're shooting stuff, you're shooting missiles, you're using your repulsors and unibeam and all that stuff. And you also, just like Iron Man, you can redirect power to health, to thrusters, to all that stuff. So it really makes you it's a little bit of Iron Man in there. It feels like that. And then it's fun. Like at first it's pretty fun flying around, shooting stuff, ripping tanks to shreds or snapping helicopters in half. It's all fun stuff. And then we get to the level design, and the level design just kills it. Like it's just it's just not fun. Like most of what you're doing through the whole game is just going to orange marker and blowing it up and then moving on. And on occasion you might fight a boss, which barely constitutes a boss because they're basically just beefed up regular enemies. And in some cases, like Whiplash, they're barely enemies at all. You just murder them. So yeah, there's like small things about it which I like that I have fun with, but I can definitely say that for the most part, this game just does not hit that like Iron Man level. But I still would play this over Avengers any day. Or Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 is awful. But we'll get to Iron Man 2 later. Oh man, if we ever get to that. If I ever do it, maybe I'll just do it for a one-off, but we'll see. I'll have to review it. I guess, no, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. So you're probably wondering what's next for Iron Man. I don't know when we'll get to another Iron Man game. It'll feel like it'll probably be a little bit before we do that. Well, actually, I'm not sure what the next Marvel game we're doing is, to be fully honest with you. Um, um, yeah, I'm not quite sure what the next Marvel game is, but we still have other playthroughs to finish beforehand. We still got Superman, we still got Destroy All Humans, we still got New Super Mario Brothers, and I guess I'll announce it here. I'm going to be streaming this game like I did with the other ones, and we're basically just going to play the game again, but we're going to play it in various armors that we unlock. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. But yeah, until then, there's not really much else to talk about here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough and are looking forward to whatever I decide to come up with next. I'll give a heads up with what the next set of playthroughs are once we're finished up. I'll probably mention them when we're done. Either New Super Mario Brothers or Destroy All Humans. Whatever takes us longer, it's probably gonna be. Destroy All Humans, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, the next part will be the extras video, so I hope you guys stay tuned for that, and look forward to more Superman Returns hijinks. So, but yeah, have a great night, everyone, and take care of yourselves. See ya.